Hello friends, I am back with chapter number 16, part 2nd, which comprises of cost, sales, production, break-even analysis. This economies of scale, important things which you are supposed to know about this economies of scale and break-even analysis. So let us start our part 2. So I start with what is diseconomies of scale. So basically diseconomies of scale is a situation when in spite of increasing quantity, business fail to save more. As the concept we learned in the economies of scale that production at higher quantity will lead to reduction of average cost. But it is not so always. Situation is considered as diseconomies of scale. So what leads to diseconomies? So as you can see, these economies of scales are due to problem faced by management and to control a business that has become too large that it is beyond manageable. The reasons may be poor communication. The business is so large that the managers are not able to communicate properly to their subordinates and not able to convince or create the desired output. Next reason can be lack of commitment by employees. So if the employees are not motivated and goal oriented, it leads to lack of communication or communication gap. When the message of management does not properly reaches the ultimate people who are supposed to follow that causes this gap. Another reason can be weak coordination among various departments and bodies. All these factors leads to diseconomies of scale. So the another question which comes in your mind may be, why do we need to understand diseconomies of scale? To understand this, we should always remember that if you increase your capacity, if you expand, it does not leads to higher profit volume. As you can see that expansion never leads to higher profits. There can be many reasons. And this first important thing is that we should know that efficiency of management is very important here. Profitability, not the size or volume. So volume may be low or size may be small. Profitability is important. So the next question comes that at what level we should produce to earn maximum profit, or at what level we should produce to earn profitable, or you can say how much we should produce to be profitable. And that is the point where we need to understand the concept of break-even point. So this next slide goes to the concept of break-even point. So what is break-even point and what is break-even analysis? So it is a point where your business does not earn profit but also does not suffer loss. It is that level of output where the business does not make profit or loss from the production. Let us understand the concept of break-even analysis by a graph. As you can see, break-even point, and we assume that on y-axis we have revenue or cost. We are assuming, let's take three levels where the cost is 100, 200 or 300 at x output level, x-axis output level, 100 units, at 200 units, 300 units and 400 units. Now you can see there's a straight line above the x-axis which can be considered as fixed cost. Output you produce at different level, the fixed cost remains the same. As we have discussed in the previous video, that fixed cost remains same irrespective of the level of output. Next, you can see is the total cost. The blue line represents total cost. Total cost is sum of fixed cost and variable cost. And the red line represents the revenue. So the point where revenue intersect total cost is called break-even point. This is the point where the business does not make profit or does not make loss. It is the optimum point where the business neither earn nor lose money on that particular level of output. As you can see, it lies just below 200 units. Green portion you can see is a margin of safety or you can say margin of safety is the actual sales minus break-even output. In simple terms, we can say that to calculate break-even point, we can use the formula of fixed cost upon contribution. Contribution is revenue minus variable cost. So by using this formula, we can get break-even point in units. To practice, you can also use this chart where the first column represents number of units of output, second column variable cost, third column represent variable cost, and the cost per unit, variable cost per unit is 500 per unit. And if we total fixed cost and variable cost, it gives you total cost. The sixth column represent your revenue and seventh is profit. You can see that at 400 units, we are neither suffering loss or earning profit. So as a business, we should think that we should keep our output at least 400 units, or we can say that we need to produce at least 400 units to sustain, or we need to produce 400 units to cover up our all costs. And it should be our endeavor that we produce more than 400 units. So going further, the concept, let us learn more about concept of break-even analysis. So break-even analysis of a business is a technique that shows the relationship between revenue, cost, volume of output or sales. A business can use break-even analysis to calculate how many units to need to sell before it start making profit. To calculate the effect on profit to increase or decrease the price of a product. Calculate the effect on profit, often increase or decrease in business cost. Let us understand and see the benefits and limitations of break-even chart. Benefits and limitations. Benefits are, it is easy to construct and interpret. It provides business with useful information about output that must be sold to cover all costs and how different sales volume affect margin of safety and profitability. Another benefit can be it shows the effect of decision to change the cost and revenue. As you increase your output, your cost and revenue also changes. So that is visible in break-even chart. The last is it can help with other important business decisions such as location and or relocation of business. If we go to the limitation is first of all that we assume that all cost and revenue be represented by a straight line. Otherwise, in real life, sale is not always same. A sale does not increase in a single order or same pace. Then it is not easy to separate cost into variable and fixed cost in especially short run. Short run, all expenses are variable expenses. Then last, that as we assume that all output is sold, so there's no concept of closing stock, finished goods, inventory like that. So these are the few limitations with the break-even chart. I hope you would understand the concept of break-even analysis and diseconomies of scale. Thank you.